Good morning, guys. I know it's been a super long time since I posted. I am still alive. I'll probably give you an update later today what I've been doing, but I just wanted to share with you this morning. I used to read the book of Job and just be like, what is going on here? But this last time I read it through, like it really made a lot of sense, and I wanted to share this with you. So Job, throughout most of the book, he was accusing God of being unfair or unjust, only because he thought that God was doing all of that stuff to him, when actually it was the devil doing that stuff to him. And people today have the same problem. Like they're angry with God because they think they're attributing to God what the devil's doing. Like they're so confused. Actually, God is good and the devil is bad, but we get it confused and we just attribute things to God that actually the devil is doing. And that was Job's confusion. But even though the devil was doing all that stuff to Job to test his relationship with God, hoping that it would drive a wedge between him and God and he would abandon his friendship with God, which is the same thing he tries to do today. It's his same strategy, but God had a higher, better purpose for all of this, because you can see in the beginning how God kind of brought Job up, and you're like, why you bring him up to the devil, like, and just have this, you're trying to egg him on. But he did have a higher, better purpose that he used the devil's mischief for, and that was to let Job know that he didn't have to always do everything just right in order to be blessed by God, in order to be protected by God. What God wanted to do for Job through this test and trial that the devil actually was doing was that God wanted to bring him into the new covenant, into friendship with God, and to take away Job's stress and Job's fear that you can see at the beginning. He was so stressed. He was so afraid he's going to do something wrong and lose God's protection. But God didn't want him to live in that stress and fear. God wanted him to be able to rest on God's goodness and God's love for him and God's favor, just like we get to do today because of what Jesus did. Job could look forward to what Jesus would do and live in that same trust.